keep them in your home or love to see them in theirs, these are the creatures that bring us all together.
Reptiles. We're going to be delving into the experiences of reptile lovers from around the block and around the world. This is the Reptile Talk Podcast. What's going on, everybody? This is Jeremy Turgeon from Brassman Reptiles.
And I'm Rob, and I'm keeping it real.
I think Rob was doing the merman or something.
Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. Immediately demonetized right away.
Yeah. Whoops, that's owned by Disney. We're screwed.
Cease and desist in the mail immediately.
Right. Instantly. Oh shit. What's going on, man? How you doing?
I am good. It's another episode of Reptile Talk.
Yes.
We got a few more in the pipeline. I got some people I got to talk to so we can nail down a date, but I'm excited to be back recording and putting a little bit of stuff out there, you know?
Hell yeah, man. It's crazy. I was just talking with Alan backstage before we started, and I was like, man, the last time we had you on here, there was no video element. It was when we were still doing the audio only. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So, this is a very long overdue revisit episode. But yeah, it's crazy now to be. This is episode 159, which is pretty wild to think about. We're getting close to 200, and which is pretty freaking insane, dude.
It is ridiculous.
Over 200 hours of shenanigans and
debauchery.
Oh man, but it's pretty epic, man. It's pretty freaking epic. We will inevitably. I need to come out and see Rob because if you've listened to any of the recent podcast episodes, then you know that Rob's been hatching Borneos like a madman, and there's some really crazy ones that I need to see in person. So I need to come take a trip over soon.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff in there. I'm pretty excited about all those babies. And then
hell yeah, dude.
Baby scrubs and baby carpet pythons and corn snake eggs and all sorts of jazz. So
there you go, man. There you go. So now you know the question, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
How many holdbacks?
Yeah. Well, the scrub clutch was 7 boys and 1 girl, so
one
maybe
holdback.
2 holdbacks, yeah, maybe. All the rest of them gotta get up on out of here.
Yeah, sheesh.
But they're all eating. They all shed, and I should be ready to post those soon here, so that should be good.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. That's exciting.
I hate posting things and selling them, so I've got stuff I could sell. I'm just the thought of having to message people back a bazillion times about making a sale is very unappealing to me right now.
Yeah, and can confirm, guys, because the number of times Rob has come to the Raleigh Repticon with me, and then people come to the table and been like, "Oh, I didn't even know you had any for sale." And I just don't post.
I have a bunch of stuff. I just don't want to post it.
Yeah.
I'd rather not have to ship it. And I don't mind shipping, but oh boy, getting to the shipping part is the worst.
Yeah, exactly. I feel that, dude. I feel that. Absolutely.
How are you doing?
I'm good, man. This month is the month of chaos. It's when the majority of things are hatching out for me, which is pretty wild. So I've got like 4 ball python clutches that are out, shed, had multiple meals, and I've got 7 ball python clutches that are going through their first sheds right now. Yeah, exactly. And I have a clutch that just pipped yesterday, and 3 clutches due to pip at the end of the week. And ball python wise, that'll pretty much be that. And I think I'm pretty much out of the woods ball python wise. Colubrids would take a little bit longer. I've got some I've got some really cool colubrids that are out now. Some Mex, which I was super stoked about. Some really nice Mex. A really killer litter of Cal Kings, or clutch of Cal Kings, excuse me, that I was really excited about, just from a striped coastal locale to a mosaic, and just got some really wacky stripy stuff. And then most excited for the clutch of corn snakes that just hatched. It's just 5 little corns, but they're all killer Okatee stuff, and they're all double het scaleless palmetto.
Damn.
So and 2.3. So
okay,
very happy with that. That was like best case. So
that's nice. Yeah.
So those 5 will be staying. But the back half of the month is when the majority of the colubrids hatch. So I've had a few more clutches of horns, a few more clutches of Mex. And then the last clutch of the year, egg wise, will be the Borneo clutch.
Really?
Yeah, because she laid, was it like towards the end of June? So this will be the end of August. And the only things due after that are Amazon tree boas.
And
which I'm the most stoked about for sure. It's like I'm pumping up Amazon's like a motherfucker, and it's literally the last thing that's gonna be coming this year. People
all
like,
the Python stuff is hatching out.
Yeah,
people
you got
are
all
like,
these
"Hey, you got
babies,
babies?
Man. What the hell's going on with the Amazons?" It's like, well, they're gravid, and that's all I got
gotta
for
wait.
you. Yeah,
patience.
Exactly. But but yeah, outside of that, no complaints, growing things up, raising other things. And yeah, so I'm excited. It's a fun year already. Lots of crazy stuff going on. But yeah, before we go any further, of course, have to mention this podcast is sponsored by our friends over at Black Box Cages and Racks. Go check them out. The link is in the description, and of course is here on the ticker at the bottom of your screen. So go check out blackboxcages.com. Get yourself a new cage or a new rack or a new innovative husbandry supply that they're so wonderful at creating. And you can use code Reptile Talk and save a little bit of money on your order when you check out, because who doesn't want to save money in today's economy? Everybody does. But yeah, so go check them out, Black Box Cages. And if you're in the Southeast, you can actually go see them. They'll be at the Southeast Reptile Show that I think is happening the weekend before Daytona, Babu's show in Georgia. And they'll be vending that show. So if you want to get a cage in real time, you can go check them out at the show. And yeah, so with all that being said, it's time to get this started. I'm super stoked to be coming back with our good friend Alan Both from Major League Exotic Pets, and just to geek out about reptiles for a little while. So let's get him in here. What's going on, man?
Hey guys, how are you?
Good,
doing
man.
Doing well, man.
Very good.
Hell yeah.
All I gathered from that intro was I'm getting a good deal on some male amethystine pythons.
I mean, they do all gotta go.
Yeah. And the only other thing I gathered was the only thing that I care about that Jeremy has were the Mex.
Yeah, that's fair. Perfect. Yeah. What do you mean? I've got cool ball pythons, I promise.
I know.
See,
everybody's got cool
ball pythons. Like
yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, if you can get those colors in a corn snake, maybe now we're talking.
Yeah, there you go. Get some of those patterns into some corn snakes and we're looking good.
Yeah, exactly. But the spiders will still wobble. Damn it.
Where's the Batman corn? Come on. Where's their marketing? What's going on
here? Hey, man. There's some cool corn snakes. That's all I got to say.
Palmettos are pretty cool.
Palmettos are cool,
really
man.
Cool.
I'm excited for this scaleless palmetto stuff. Alan, have you seen the ones that the guy has at Daytona every year by Lee Abbott's table?
Yeah.
You ever seen them? They're just I like that look. It's like taking a Sharpie and putting it on paper towel where it just kind of like oozes the ink into it. I like that look.
It's kind of weird, but it's cool.
Yeah. Rob's like, no. not
to the gallows with them.
Rob loves all those weird mutations. He's all into it.
Yeah, it's all the scaleless things. Rob likes every scaleless thing that's ever been made.
That is not true.
Especially that one scaleless berm. That was
my god. You know, the only one that looked like interesting. It still is a nightmare and looks like it should be put out of its misery, but it looked kind of cool. It was a scaleless death adder. Did you see that one?
I did see that one.
I think it was ridiculous looking.
Did you see the scaleless false water cobra? That's pretty cool.
I did see that.
I did see it. I just know that thing's busting its tail open every time that it flicks around the cage.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
Has to be.
It's been interesting to see more scaleless things pop up in recent years, just kind of seemingly out of the blue. There were the scaleless Cal Kings that popped up. I think those were pretty interesting. The scaleless retic pictures that have been floating around, scaleless cobras. It's interesting to see. I'm waiting. I want to see scaleless hognose snake because I want to know what's going to happen to that rostrum.
I don't know if that's good. That's not good.
No, that's not good.
It's going to look like Squidward, dude. It's just going to be.
You got a scaleless rhino rat snake.
God.
My scaleless rhino rat snake is always flaccid. I don't understand.
I don't get it. Is it supposed to do that? It's never excited. I don't understand. Oh gosh. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting to see, but overall, it still seems like scaleless colubrids are the most viable.
Yeah, so the only ones that live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
The scaleless ball pythons are good now.
Kinda.
Yeah, kinda.
Maybe.
Kinda. Maybe. It would be great if they were on eggs, at some point. But
you're asking a lot there, pal.
I know.
Well, I don't know. The desert project was on eggs right before the building burned down.
Yeah.
Really?
Oof. Oof.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. No face, no case. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. Basically naked mole rats in reptile form.
Ooh.
Naked mole rats are creepy little things.
Yeah, yes they are.
Why do you like that?
Limey's here in the chat, of course, to wreak havoc. And those weren't ball python eggs, though, Limey. Yeah.
Stop with the chicken eggs, Limey.
Yeah, right. Oh man. So, Alan, since the last time we had you on the podcast, things have certainly changed. You're in a new shop. You got a lot of cool things going on. So, what's new in your world?
Well, we had to move our retail shop. Our lease ran out, and the whole mall changed its direction. So we moved, but we moved to a bigger facility. We're closer to like 4,000 square feet now.
Wow.
We expanded the reptiles. We expanded the fish tenfold. We have like almost 200 freshwater fish tanks.
What?
Wow.
And then we have a huge reptile section, and we have a huge bioactive section. That's just like all kinds of isopods, every kind of leaf you could want, every kind of moss you could want, every size terrarium you could want. It's it's like everything bioactive is right here for the taking. It's like at your fingertips, and that's a huge thing with reptile keeping today. That people are really into that. They're really into setting stuff up bioactive, and it was always a European thing in the beginning, but it's really taken off here pretty well. So I mean, you gotta follow the trends, I guess, right?
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Please tune into my podcast, Ruthless Truth, hosted by me, Truth Davis. In this forum, I provide opinion, thoughts, truths on a wide range of topics based on my unique life experiences. In this week's episode, I tell the story of my pivotal meeting with Steve Jobs and how it changed the course of the development of the iPhone. It's a fun listen. Please check us out.
Yeah, some of the pricing on isopods has blown my mind. I've seen some stuff.
If we go back, to when I started in this whole thing 38, 39 years ago, and you talked to a younger me and said, "You're going to sell some roly-poly bugs someday for $50 each," I'd be like, "You are out of your mind.
You're out of your mind."
Yeah.
Like, corn snakes are $10 each for every morph. What are you talking about?
Yeah, right,
Exactly.
Exactly. Oh man, could you imagine? I have my corn snake set up in a bioactive enclosure, and these isopods cost
Are more expensive.
5x than what the snake cost.
I mean,
That's wild. That is wild.
oh, it's
I
funny.
kind of don't get it, but it's all right. I sell them.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
at
people
the end
like
of the
'em.
day, exactly. Is there so with all of that variation and variety in the bioactive world, is there one isopod species that seems to be like top seller for you guys?
I usually can't get enough rubber duckies. That's the one that everybody seems to love that thing, so that you can never seem to get enough of those.
Right.
Name.
But other than that, like some of the very basic ones we sell a ton of, but they're just sold for cleanup crews. They're not really sold for for the same
Purpose.
reasons.
Yeah. No, that's very fair. Yeah.
Limey said I look good on YouTube. Thanks, Limey.
Limey's being nice. What's wrong? Is he feeling okay?
You know that inevitably means a really bad joke is going to come up at some point.
Yeah. He said he was going to tell some stories, and I said only nice ones. He said we don't have any of those.
Yeah. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, so we all got our asses surprised by Alan at the last Raleigh Repticon, and I thought Limey was going to have a straight up heart attack, and like that was going to be the end of it. I thought it was a wrap, man. Oh man.
Yeah, just kind of pulled up, like
yeah,
exactly.
Man, I just remember being at my table and seeing you walk over to Billy Albright right across me. I was like, "There's no friggin' way, dude!" Like, I'm checking my GPS. Like, where the hell am I right now?
I mean, I'm walking around the Repticon in Raleigh, and people are coming up to me and saying hello, and I'm like, I don't know who they are.
That is part of the hobby.
That's part of this. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there's one guy who was really cool. He had 1 million tables, and he was like, he called me by name, and he said hello to me, and he said, "Oh, I used to buy animals from you when I lived up north at Hamburg all the time," and I'm like, "Oh, we're cool. That's awesome."
Yeah, appreciate the business. Yeah,
of course.
Oh man, that's awesome. And you guys just had the White Plains show this past.
Yeah, White Plains was Sunday.
Yeah,
wait, White Plains is back?
For a summer show, it was pretty busy. It was pretty good.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I thought it was still an infirmary.
We've had there's been a good 10 shows, I think, since COVID there. Maybe more.
Okay. Hell yeah.
It's
good. Not bad.
It's still pretty good.
That's good.
I have very fond memories of the White Plains show.
Yeah.
I got that Oaks, Pennsylvania one this weekend. That's over by Philly.
Ooh.
So
nice.
That'll be my Saturday misery. I mean, Saturday
entertainment.
Yeah.
Saturday. Oh yeah, it is entertaining too.
Yeah.
I think people watching.
Reptile shows are good for people watching these days.
Yes. It's so true, man. It's so true. You got to get a good spot though. You got to be right by the door so you can see every single person that comes in, and then then you know who you want to avoid. Set up a little GoPro by the door and just have a TV screen,
a live stream.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Live stream.
Yeah, you're like, see the sixth person from the right. Don't let them come over here. That's I can already tell.
Burmese python, a real man snake.
Yeah. Man.
Alan, did I ever send you that picture?
No.
Oh.
You'll get it. He'll find it and send it to you. Oh man.
What's getting a text shortly of that?
Yeah, right. Yes. What's been a crazy expo experience? It doesn't have to be from White Plains or any of the up north shows, but you've been to shows for many years. So
I was at the New Hampshire show last month, and Rob pulled up. That was
It was like a Uno reverse because you showed up at the Raleigh one, and then I showed up at the New Hampshire one.
Yeah, I said to Jeremy, "Where's Rob? He's not here."
Yeah.
It was the one time that I was not in the area to be at the show.
Yeah, it's okay. We still.
I don't know. I mean, I've had a lot of expo experiences. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, most of the craziest ones, like as far as interesting and crazy, happen in Hamburg, I think.
Yeah.
Where there's
That's fair.
where there's 32 quart bins with full on gaboon vipers.
Gaboon vipers that are like as big as a loaf of bread in them.
That have a piece of glass covering them that doesn't cover the whole bin, and is like 3 inches open on each side. Because that's pretty safe, for sure.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's not moving. It's not going to move.
Or of course you got the flimsiest the dollar store plastic bin I've ever seen with an inland taipan in it.
Oh
Very
my
safe.
god!
Very safe.
It's just Hamburg things,
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it. It's a Hamburg thing. That's the way it is.
Oh God. Yeah, I'll pass. I'll pass on that. Oh man.
I don't know. I mean, I've been to more expos than probably most people. So
yeah.
I mean, I started at the beginning of shows, 1990. I started doing shows. So,
wow.
Damn.
It's a pretty long time at this point.
Yeah, that's true, man. What's
interesting was I started breeding snakes in 1986, and like there really weren't any expos in the beginning, like not at all.
Really?
Even like the first National Reptile Breeders Expo, I think was 90 or 89, maybe 89 or 90. So in the very beginning, when I first got into breeding snakes, there were no expos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of when I got Monty, when I got my first ball python. That was like 2003, and I got there was like an expo. It was the New England Herp Society had a room that was like, I don't know, 20 feet by 30 feet with a couple tables in it. And then, some guys had some snakes that they had hatched out and some leopard geckos and stuff. And I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
The first White Plains show was like 9 tables in a nature center.
Wow.
Damn.
It was tiny.
The white. I mean the Mass one for the New England Herp Society. It was in a nature center too. Just a random room in a nature center, and then in the other room they had like all of the nature center reptiles there. So like after I walked around and bothered all the vendors, I went over there and stared at all the other stuff too.
There was also like one of the early shows was in Staten Island, which was crazy because the laws in Staten Island are you can't really own hardly anything.
Yeah.
But, they had a show there in a church. That was one of the earliest. And I remember the first one was maybe 12 tables. I was like,
"Jeez,
wow,
how many tables or nothing."
Damn. Yeah, that's crazy. It's definitely crazy to think about how far the expo scene has come in 30, 35 years. Like, to massive convention centers in major cities now is insane.
Yeah.
Insane. Oh, Limey throwing shots at you, Rob.
I know, that's okay. Limey, it was almost that snake right there, I got it in 2003. That is what, 22 years ago? It was almost original 22 years ago. I've seen it a lot since then, but 22 years ago, I had not met another Monty Python.
Amazing.
One of my friends got a ball python. They named him William Snakespeare, and I was like, "Damn, that's so good! Why didn't I think of that?"
Oh man,
reptile shows have definitely come a long way from the beginning.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy, and there was no money in it back then either.
No.
So
I don't know. It was pretty good. I mean, when I first started breeding snakes, I would just bring like styro full of all the clubrids that I bred and put them on one table in cups. And when they were gone, I'd just take the styro and throw it away and go home. I mean, that was pretty good in the beginning because
that's fair. Yeah.
Like now I'm the last one to leave an expo because it takes me 19 hours to break down, 8 tables full of
displays,
ridiculousness.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Exactly. So in all that experience vending the shows from from in all different levels, from like the Hamburg or White Plains to like a Tinley or a national reptile breeder show. You've seen all the different cycles and things come in and out of favor, and how the cycle kind of moves. What's been something that's really surprised you in that what's become popular or what's fallen out of grace, that was once on top?
I mean, the things that are just gone from the hobby are, to me, are sad. Like things that I saw years ago that are so uber rare now. And a lot of the people that go to these shows now, especially when you got Repticon type shows or shows that are really pushing a lot of families through there, and it's a much beginner type crowd, you end up with these things that no one knows what they are or knows anything about them, or and they kind of get swept away. There's not a thing anymore. I remember some things getting so popular, like white Isabel Island boas. Jerry Conway breeding these things, and they're basically like a creamy white color with a burgundy stripe down their back, and it'd be hard pressed to find that animal today. You don't see that.
Right.
There's just so many things, and then so many things have been common and rare, and if you had a crystal ball, right? Like I used to get monkey tail skinks adults, and I used to get 50 of them or 100 of them at a time, and they were $20.
Yep.
$20 from LA Reptile.
Jeez.
And so like, I would get 50 of them, and I open up a bag, and there'd be babies born in the bag, and
damn.
It's crazy stuff. Shinosaurus used to come in, in the 80s and 90s. Now, you only see them in a zoo. You don't really see them in the pet trade that much. Cataphractus, pancake tortoises, they're just very rare animals now. That pancake tortoises were $20 in the 80s. They were just coming out of Africa. It's crazy. The ball python. I think the ball python thing was good and bad. Like I can't say it was all good, but I can't say it was all bad either. It did get a lot of people into reptiles and keeping reptiles. But I mean, some of the amounts of money that were spent on on them as investments, kind of soured a lot of people as well. Because with anything else, supply and demand, the price on these things is going to go down. Especially when you put more of them out there. So you have people that took it on the chin. You have people that made a lot of money. So it's not all. Some people. I can't say that they're not awesome, because there's ball python morphs that are just incredible. Like to get all those genetics and get them expressed in captivity, it's amazing. I mean, I see Limey's Instagram and insane.
Yes.
Yeah,
some of the Xanthic stuff he just posted, I'm like, oh fuck, those are really cool.
Yeah.
How much are those going for right now?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's cool. Man, damn, that's cool. I'm not gonna breed it. I just think it's freaking pretty.
Yeah, it's true. Speaking of Limey, what else is he saying in this chat? Dude, a house was $50K in the 80s. 40 years is a long time.
Sorry, Limey, I'm old.
I just remember going to like White Plains and turning down a $200 Bismarck ring python, and I still regret it to this day. It was like a nice, 2 foot long female and a Barrett pattern one, and I was like, man, that's really cool. But
dude, ring pythons. Mark and Kim Bell bred ring pythons back in the day in huge numbers. I think they were maybe $75 wholesale.
Damn.
Orange Savu pythons with silver eyes were $30 from them.
That's stressful.
My heart.
Yeah.
My heart.
And then I remember, dude, there was one time I went to the Manchester show in New Hampshire, and when it used to be in the other section of the hotel, kind of like in the armory area, and Regal Reptiles had a Moluccan scrub, and the thing was neon yellow and baby blue. Instead of like gray on the tail, it was blue. And they want to, like, I don't know, $300, and I was into scrubs back then, but I was, I don't know, 17 years old, so I had no business keeping a scrub python. So like my friends are like, why don't you buy it? And I'm like, where am I gonna put this snake? Like I'm living at home with my parents. I don't have any place to put it. And now if I could just go back and just be like, hey, just do it. Just you'll figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Just get it. That's where did that snake end up? Who freaking knows? It's gone forever.
Yeah.
But that was
I never saw a viper boa until the first viper boa I ever saw was in 1988.
Damn.
And I got it from a wholesaler, and he delivered it himself. You know, they had their own wholesale company. It was called Jungle Reptile, and the guy's name was Frank Iglesias. He was a great guy in New Jersey. He owned a pet store. It was called Crazy Creatures, and they went on to do wholesale. A couple different guys, and together, in his partnership. And he brought me this viper boa, and I took it out of the bag, and it was pumpkin orange. It was like bright pumpkin orange. And this was the first one I ever saw. So I said, wow, a viper boa is a really cool snake. So it was $90, which back then was pretty expensive.
A bit of money.
That snake sold right away for $200. So I ordered one the next week, and I opened up the bag, and I'm like, what is this brown piece of crap? I'm like, what is this? I'm like,
this is not what I ordered.
This cannot be the same thing.
You didn't know how lucky that first one was.
Damn. Yeah, exactly, man.
Yeah.
I think about how many times with various species something like that has happened, especially early on, when it's a mutation or whatever, just came through, just a really nice looking animal. It's just like, damn, that's cool. That must be what this is.
Yeah, I was extremely close. I was extremely close friends with. He was a professional photographer. His name was Zig Lasinski, and he worked at like 3 or 4 different zoos. He worked at the Staten Island Zoo for like 25 years, but he was like a very, very close friend of mine, like super close friend of mine. And he would tell me stories of some of the first animals he ever saw. And the first Peruvian boa he ever saw in a zoo was like the lightest pale gray, and like the tail was like the brightest red ever. And around the red on the tail, it was like the color of the inside of a banana. And it was just, he would describe that, the insanity of it. And, you never see anything like that ever again. It's just, it's crazy. We would tell me stories of all these different things.
Yeah,
they were good. They were good stories.
Yeah,
he would keep a lot of venomous stuff. He told me a story how how his wife went in one time and decided to try and help him, was trying to clean a tank full of like little rattlesnakes.
No,
he came home and he's like, "What are you doing?"
Oh no!
She's like, "I'm helping with the babies." He's like, "Please put that down."
Oh no!
Oh. That's so stressful to me.
I just thought I was going to help out and, risk my life today.
Yeah, exactly. It's a great idea.
Oh man. So with all of that, like, as we kind of look at where the industry is kind of going for the future, we're seeing a lot of people like become really highly specialized breeders. And really focus on a single species or something like that. So what are your thoughts on the potential of seeing that kind of insane stuff in certain species kind of pop back up now that people are starting to focus on it?
I think that's great. I mean, I love that. I know you guys had had Johnny Felicini on here.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a great guy. He's doing great things. That's a young guy with a passion for this that he's more passionate about this than so many people that I know. With the work he's doing, all those shinglebacks and all these crazy skinks and stuff, it's that's great stuff to see. Because like those are things that you'll see for years and years and years. There are a lot of animals that people just don't know what they are. Like I've had a bunch of Egernia for sale. Hosmeri and even just the Gidgee skinks and the the Cunninghams, and they're such cool animals, but no one knows what they are. And unless some influencer type person makes a video about them, people walk by them at shows and they don't understand how cool of an animal it is.
Yeah.
It's just a very cool animal. So
that is literally how last Daytona was for me, because there was what do they have? Borneo earless monitors, and there's some rare scrubs. There's Tanabar scrubs, and what was like maybe Bismarck ring pythons or something. There was some really rare stuff on the table, and right next to it was a bunch of Pac-Man frogs, and the people crowded around the Pac-Man frogs. There was no one in front of all this cool rare, lizards and stuff over here, but the Pac-Man frogs overloaded. Like, and I'm sitting there like geeking out over here, like, oh my god, this is so freaking cool. And
in Daytona last year, I had a whole display of Australian skinks. I had eastern blue tongues, northern blue tongues. I had like 4 different kinds of Agurnia. I had zebra skinks. I had all this different really cool stuff, and I had a whole little display of Australian skinks. And I didn't sell any, but I did sell like 11 ball pythons. So
that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
You never know. Like, I brought stuff like that, and I thought it was so cool to have that stuff there, and really wasn't too much attention toward it. You know what I mean?
Right. I think part of that's the difference between like of course, like diehard reptile folks that are like, they're invested in reptiles as a whole versus, somebody that's just, I really love ball pythons, or I just want to make the coolest looking ball python or whatever. But also the difference between initial exposure. Like a lot of us, we were watching Steve Irwin and Nigel Marmot. We're seeing them out in the wild catch these crazy reptiles that we'd never think to get to see in person, unless it might be at a zoo. And then you go to a show and you see one and you lose your mind, versus the majority of people now, they're getting their information from their phone or from social media.
YouTube.
And most of these people are working with these really common species. So for them, it's that same intensity, but just around the really common stuff, because that's all they really ever see.
Right.
Yeah.
It's lame.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's gonna get to start someplace.
True. Which is true. I know I pick on my buddy DJ in Connecticut, Monroe Morse, because he's a hardcore ball python guy. And over the last few years, he's been diversifying, and he's bred Brettles pythons now for a couple of years. And he just hatched out Australian olive pythons and a handful of other python species. And I had shared a post that he made, and I was like, once a ball python breeder, now a reptile breeder.
Oh,
taking some shots. I'm taking some shots. It's okay.
Yeah.
And one thing that I like, that I've worked with so many different species over the years. Like, I've bred like a lot of different lizards. I've bred so many different kinds of snakes, and so I like that. I don't work with too much anymore, because I really don't have time. And honestly, after I do everything I do with Morph Market, retail store, wholesale, Reptile Expo, at the end of the day, I don't really want to go take care of a huge collection of animals,
Yeah.
So now it's very specialized to just stuff that I really like, just like on last time I was on with you, I still was a huge fan of the Asian rat snakes. And I still have all those. Those are,
hell yeah.
the Mellendorfine, the mandarins, all that cool stuff.
Hell yeah.
I sent Jeremy a picture. I finally got 4 eggs from this Vietnam locality mandarin rat that's like the palest light gray and the most insane highlighter yellow.
Oh, hell yeah.
I finally got 4 good eggs from those, so I'm hoping that those hatch. That would be nice.
That's cool.
Hell yeah, dude. I think that's probably the most exciting stuff. Like, even for me, like breeding the Mex and stuff. It's like an animal that's not going to give you a lot of eggs, but it's just a really fun snake to breed. And especially if it's something you've really worked at, like those mandarins, like you finally, it doesn't matter that it's 4 eggs, man. Like, I friggin' bred that
eggs
damn thing. Eggs are eggs. Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
So, I mean, honestly, people like us, anything that that hatches from an egg it never gets old.
It does not get old for me. No. All of it. Anything
doesn't matter what it is.
That split.
You can hatch out black racers and it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be really
No,
cool.
it's true, man. It's true. Especially just when it comes to the stuff that like either one you just really enjoy working with, right? Like whether it's Asian rats or scrubs or Amazons or whatever. But it's even more special when it's something that you enjoy working with or that's just never really seen anymore, or that you don't see many available or just in a collection at all, regardless of if they're available or not.
Right.
I think that's what keeps the fire going.
I found some Transpecos rats at the New Hampshire show, and I was like stoked. I'm
yes,
like,
I talked to Doug.
Yes.
Are those from Doug or not from Doug? From oh my goodness, I'm blanking on who it was. I literally talked to them about it for like 20 minutes too.
They're from Rob and Nelson.
Yes. I literally talked because I was like, oh, Transpecos rats. I was like, you got any silver blondes over here? What's going on? And they're like, we already sold the silvers. We got some het ones. And I was like, I have a silver blonde. So like, I don't know. But that's okay. I'm like, I was surprised to see them. They're such interesting snakes. Another one that just like people don't know about.
Yeah.
And they're so cool. They're just such a cool species. And
there's a lot of rat snakes that are just, they're super cool and they're totally underrated. Like Baird's rats. Baird's rats are awesome.
I was literally just gonna say I just saw Craig Trumbauer just produced a ghost Baird's rat snake.
I saw that. That was very cool.
What?
It looks wild, dude. It looks absolutely wild. Let me see if I can find it really quick. But I was also geeking out because I'm like, somebody like Craig, who's a whole other lifetime worth of experience with so many different animals, and he's still in it, still loves it, and is still producing friggin' badass snakes.
Cool
snakes. I know. Serious. Yeah, look at that. It's awesome.
Oh, that's kind of cool. That's really cool
as shit, dude.
Yeah, Craig is great. He's playing a snake tune until the end.
Absolutely.
Until the end.
Between that and then this Kentucky pine picture that he posted.
Oh yeah,
that's massive insane. Thing, dude.
That's pretty cool.
That's wild, man. I'm like, your fingers can't even touch on the other side, man. Like that's freaking massive.
Let's say one of the Pituophis are like really popping off right now, at least with a lot of the younger people, because I think it's Emily from Snake Discovery works with them quite a bit, and from the people, a lot of the younger people I'd met through doing educational programs, and even just some of the ones that I've met at reptile shows, when they come up to the table, Jeremy, they're like, "You guys got any pine snakes or bull snakes?"
Yeah.
Nope, I don't.
Yeah, Pituophis are definitely. Pituophis last year in Daytona were. I almost sold every single one I brought. They were, and a lot of them were going for export.
Really?
Yeah, for some
That's
reason
interesting.
For some reason they really wanted. I think in maybe Taiwan or China. They really wanted a lot of these different Pituophis. You guys know Keith McPeak, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So Keith made those zipper line bull snakes.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he sold those to a guy that was going to export them, but the guy bought the whole clutch for some crazy amount of money. So, like delivered them to Daytona. But
damn,
they were buying up every pine and bull I had down there last year. That and scaleless corn snakes.
Yep.
Every scaleless corn snake last year was going for export. It was going crazy.
Yeah. I've heard a lot about that and the palmettos, that like there's a couple of people who breed them and they're like, I've got exporters who literally said every single one they've got, do not sell them in the States. We will buy them at a premium and they're going to be exported.
Right.
Yeah.
And that comes to an end though. That happens.
It definitely does. Yeah.
And then when they have enough over there to produce their own, it hits a brick wall. And that's something that I've seen over the years, where it's a very common trend where something that's not expensive gets crazy expensive because it gets exported, and then all of a sudden it's not worth anything anymore. That happened with like albino red ear sliders, for instance. They went from like being worth nothing to like they were $1,000 one year in Daytona because they were all they were paying crazy money for them to export them, and then they're back down to $25 again. So like peaks and valleys and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, even domestically, we saw that with like Mexican Black Kings.
Yeah.
Where, from $75 snake to $400 and you can't keep them on the freaking table long enough. And,
Yeah, I was reading a lot of those back then. That was my favorite thing ever.
Yeah,
absolutely. I couldn't give away a Mexican Black King. Like prior to that, I would like be like, hey, give me a wholesaler, I'll give you a free Mexican Black King. Like,
right.
Because I had so many of them. And I literally would wholesale them for like 25 or $30 and nobody wanted them. And then all of a sudden I'm like, wait, what? You want to pay me $300 for this? Like,
right?
Yeah, exactly, man.
Like, cool.
Exactly.
I have 62 more. I'm like,
exactly.
It's like paying for my whole Daytona trip.
Yeah,
on Black Kings.
Man. Exactly. It's interesting how that goes in waves, and I guess that's a nice part on the domestic front when you've got these influencers that are highlighting certain species, even if they are common. You get this little surge of sales and general interest, and that's certainly always nice from a business standpoint. Right. And it's always cool to see somebody getting into reptiles with something other than a ball python. But
what's the guy's name? Clint's Reptiles or something? Is that that's the guy right then?
Yep.
So I don't know. But apparently he did a big thing on green tree skinks, and I got bombarded.
Oh yeah.
With, oh my God. People for about 2 months, people were going nuts for green tree skinks. And then, the kid that works for me answered the phone in the store one day, and he goes, the phone's for you. He goes, oh my God, I'm like fanboying right now. I'm like, he goes, it's Clint from Clint's Reptiles. He wants to know if you have any green tree skinks. And I'm like, oh. And I was like, who? I didn't know about him until, I talked to him, and then I watched his videos, and I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
I don't really spend a lot of time. I don't have a lot of time for YouTube. So.
Yeah. No, it's fair.
I think that's an old person thing, I guess. I don't
know.
Yeah. It's an old person thing who is still mobile. Once you are immobile, then it's back onto YouTube.
Yeah. Exactly. No, it's definitely cool to see stuff like that. Like, I remember when the green tree skinks were blowing up, and it was like, it's not a lizard I would have expected, but awesome. Like, it's cool that you really like these guys, you know. One of the things that I'm excited about, we've had him on the podcast before, Europlatus. There's a lot more people that seem to be like diving in and captive breeding Europlatus, which is super exciting.
Yeah, I've always been I've always been really pushing for people to breed those. Like I was very adept at acclimating them and hydrating them, and I got the info on how to acclimate them and how to hydrate them from Philippe. I had a conversation with him probably 25 years ago, in Orlando, when the expo was in Orlando, and the insight he gave me to Europlatus. I was like, for a long time, I was like the go-to guy to buy Europlatus from, or, because mine always looked good and they did good because of what he explained to me. Everybody was so quick to just try and deworm them, like, oh, it's got parasites, deworm it, rather than hydrating the animal or getting the animal to a place, where it can be evaluated correctly, to know if it has parasites or not. So, hydration is the number one thing to getting them established. And then once they're hydrated and they're feeding, then you can do stool samples and you can see if they need to be dewormed. But those geckos don't seem to be heavily parasitized like everybody thought, in the 80s. That they're just not. They're they once they're well established, they do pretty well. So I established a bunch of animals for a local friend of mine here, and he's like breeding every species. So last year in Daytona, I had a million captive bred. Like I had a full rack of just captive bred Europlatus, and those are one thing that did sell like crazy last year in Daytona.
You had that freaking insane Lineatus at last Daytona, and I remember, and I remember I had seen them, and I was like, I got to come back and get some video of this for the US ARC channel. And by the time I had maybe like walked away from your table for like an hour, by the time I came out, you're like, oh, dude, those sold like 5 minutes after you freaking left, and I was like, son of a. So it was just smoking. I absolutely love Europlatus. If I was not such a hardcore tropical, like hot tropical animal guy. I'd probably try to dabble with those guys, but yeah, it's just really cool to see a lot more people dive into tweaking enclosures and figuring them out and really locking in with them for sure.
So some of these little specialty lizards that are around right now, like the Cofotis and some of the Colotes and things, that guys are really like pinpointing and starting to work with and breed. Spectacular little animals. I got some of those Colotes Pethydogodi. I don't know if you've seen those.
The teal ones.
But that's a tremendous looking animal. It's beautiful,
Hell yeah, man.
So it's really cool that they're starting to captive breed a lot of that stuff. And those little, you ever see those little Sri Lankan leaf nose lizards, the Cofotis dumbara?
Yes.
They can actually they can move that little appendage on their nose to like attract food and stuff. Like
really?
Yeah, the appendage moves when they grab crickets. It's like such a neat little lizard. Like really
That's cool as shit, man.
That's wild.
That is so freaking neat, man. I think when I think about especially in the social media world, and like we've done episodes on it in the past, like burnout in reptile keeping and getting kind of overwhelmed by stuff. I think a lot of that largely comes from people that are kind of going through the motions and maybe focus more on the business side of it, which does get tiring and exhausting, especially when you're putting all your eggs in one basket in that world. But man, to start randomly seeing shit like that, like I don't know how you could get burnt out.
I never saw that species before. Like I've been doing this for 40 years. I never saw that. In fact, I'm gonna go get one and go show you guys.
Yeah. Yes. Hell yes. It's just so freaking cool, man. Like I love odd shit like that. I think it's absolutely awesome. And Alan's screen is currently brought to you by, it looks like Zoomed Heat Lamp products. Oh man, that's funny. Let's see. We'll solo layout Alan so when he comes back. Limey says, "I hope he comes back with a budgie."
that would be great. Honestly,
that would be hilarious. Oh man, that is hilarious. Man, yeah, look at all that. There you go. There's your Zoomed heat products, all there. If you're in New Jersey, go to Major League Exotic Pets. Get all of your heating needs.
Yeah, I saw those Colotes that he was talking about, and at the Manchester show, and they're like teal color. They're so cool.
That's awesome.
Look at this thing.
All right, let's see.
Oh yes, that is so cool,
dude. Yeah, that's a cool freaking lizard, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that color is so cool, man.
It's like you can't even. This is really not a great video to show this thing off, but
yeah.
But it's it's green and blue. It's got all blue speckles in its head.
Yeah, like
the
baby
poor
blue.
The poor man's Fiji banded iguana.
Yeah, seriously.
That's cool, man.
Is gorgeous.
And the other cool thing is, I don't know if you ever dealt with a wild caught Colotes from like Vietnam, but
they bite.
They bite.
They bite the hell out of you.
they're jerks and they're nasty, and these things. When I have them all set up in bioactive enclosures, and when I walk over to the cage and I open the door, they climb right out and they jump up on my finger, and they just chill.
That's awesome.
Limey wants a pair. Limey said to send him a pair. That's epic, man.
Hope he comes back with a budgie. I can do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, don't do that. Don't entertain him, damn it. Not until he gets on the podcast.
Yeah, exactly. I told him, because Limey doesn't like doing videos or photos or anything like that. I told him he could come on and just put a bag over his head. Nobody would know the difference. It's fine.
He's like the old, like in the 80s, the unknown comic. You could be the unknown herper.
There you go. There you freaking go.
Oh my god.
It is funny when he posts random people at his table and says, "Come say hey this weekend at this show," because nobody knows what the hell he looks like, so they always think it's whoever's at the table. Oh man, good old Limey.
Limey's the best.
Gosh. He is the best.
He's a riot.
We love Limey.
When I showed up in Raleigh, though, it looked like you saw a ghost.
I bet.
I told you, man. I thought you were gonna give him a heart attack, dude. Oh man, no, it's so funny. When I first started dating my partner, we were supposed to go out on a date, like a lunch date, and I had said to the show, Repticon show was happening in Charlotte, and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna come into town a little early, pop in to see some friends at this Reptile show," and he was like, "Oh, where's it at? I want to come, I'll come check it out." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So as he met me there, and as we're walking in, I was like, "I gotta warn you about this one guy. He's an old guy, and he's bold and brash." And it was like, if you can handle him, you can pretty much handle anybody. And and he's like, "Okay, all right, I'll be prepared for that." Literally 5-10 seconds in the door, he was walking out to have a cigarette. So he was the first person that walked up to him. Oh. Takes one look at Mark, and at the time he had dyed his hair, and I forgot what exactly he was wearing, but takes one look at me, one look at Mark, one look back at me, and is like, "Yeah, you're with him." And then just kept walking. And Mark was like, "What does that mean?" I was like, "It means you're okay. That's all it means. It means you're safe." The only person, which, and to Mark's credit, he held his ground. The only person I didn't ever get the chance to warn him about, or at least give him a heads up about, was Dave Levinson. And yeah. Exactly.
Probably should have warned him about him.
I didn't know they were going to end up interfacing, but it was hilarious because we had it was terrible. No, literally, we were at Daytona, and we had gotten an extra badge from for Mark from Chad Hulker. So we're at the Hilton, and I was like, "Oh, that's Chad. That's who we got your badge from." We said we should go say hello and say thank you and whatever. And didn't think or catch in the periphery that Dave Levinson was chilling.
With Chad. What do you mean?
I know. Wasn't thinking. Was just like, we're just gonna go be nice people. And Mark had these wonderful bright colored shorts on. And Dave Levinson walks over and is just like, "Hey man, I like your shorts. Like, you should give me those shorts." Thus started like a 10-minute back and forth between the two of them, and I'm just standing next to Chad, and Chad's like, "Did you warn him about Dave?" And I was like, "Nope." He's like, "This will be fun."
Oh no.
No shorts were lost in the making of that conversation, though. So it was a win-win.
That was Daytona 2 years ago when we got that when I bought that bottle of whiskey, yes. Right? At the auction.
Yes.
Bottle of Eagle Rare whiskey, 175 I paid. It was good.
Yeah, it was good. We got Todd to drink it. We got Todd to drink it.
Yeah, Todd from Timberline. We got him to drink some bourbon. That was out of his wheelhouse. He doesn't like that shit. And then the one kid that I had with me, you guys got him sick with those. I don't know. Somebody had those pudding shots, and he got so sick.
Oh yeah. I think that was Mark and Kim Bell. I think those were from the Bells.
Yeah, the pudding shots and the Jello shots were flowing 2 years ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Pudding shots sound really rough. I'm not gonna lie.
They're gross. I'm like, nope, not me.
Yeah, I had one.
Jeremy had some.
Yeah, I had one that I was conscious of, and
then I just kept pouring the Eagle Rare into the little Jello shot cup and making Jeremy drink it.
That was a rough. That was a rough Daytona, man. It's fun. It was fun.
It's always fun.
we had a good time. Oh,
That auction
man.
gets saucy. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's worse now that they have us in the ballroom and the AC works. Remember when we were in the foyer and it was just hot because the AC didn't work well in the foyer? Nobody wanted a drink then. It was like by the second drink, you're like, I fucking feel like shit. Now there's AC. We're like 30 Jello shots deep, talking about bid on the next box of them. Let's go.
30 Jello shots.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
That's I love Daytona.
Yeah.
See, that Jeremy loves Daytona now.
Yeah.
See what you did?
Exactly. Oh man. No, it's so the running joke now with Todd and Mark is at the auctions. Usually by that time, Mark will come hang out at the show for a little while, and then he pretty much will go back to the hotel or go do other things, whatever. So Todd is always like, Sam Priest can't be late to the auction. So if he is, Todd will just start a little pile of Jello shots. And at the last Tinley, it was or 2 Tinleys ago, sorry. He was like, for every minute he's late, there will be another Jello shot added to the tower.
That's how you die. Like,
and then when he came,
you got to drink them because he usually pays $2,000 for about for about 50 of them.
Oh my goodness!
After we've already consumed the 150 that Cindy or the Bells have brought to just have on the table for us anyway. So so at this Tinley, when he finally showed up, there were probably like 8 Jello shots there, and Todd just looked at him and was like, "You got to catch up. You're late."
Catch up.
Just
oh
like,
my goodness!
Oh God. Fun
That's
times.
terrifying.
Fun times. It's great, Rob. I don't know what you're talking about. It's great. I totally remember walking back to the hotel after that.
Things like that are where I'm like, I'm glad I don't drink. I'd be up to some fucking bullshit. I would be jumping in the ocean and
debauchery.
I'd be doing some stupid stuff. I don't need
Wait,
to be. I don't.
Rob, you didn't even need alcohol to go swimming.
To jump in the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal. I'm sure that if I had drunk, I would have not gotten out until I found a shark.
Remember, punch it in the nose if it gets too close.
Yeah.
Oh no, I would be trying to sweet talk it or something.
Yeah, you just like grab the dorsal fin and ride, man. You're going deep.
I do like sharks, though.
Yeah. Oh man.
So bad.
Too funny.
So bad.
I didn't even put this collodion away. It's sitting on my computer keyboard on my laptop.
That's awesome.
He's just sitting there.
That's so freaking awesome.
Just chilling. Just living his best life.
He is.
I love little lizards like that, man. Especially now, like captive bred stuff, and you can get to see that personality and all that kind of stuff. Like that's the best.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Limey. No budgies for you.
He's like, come on, little budgie.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I got a cockatiel close by here. There's a cockatiel.
Close enough.
Oh, all right, close. Oh.
Well, there goes that.
Cockatiel gone.
Flew away.
Gone forever.
The rest of this episode will be brought to you by butterfly nets. The best way to catch a loose cockatiel.
Oh man, these are babies. They're not supposed to fly this much yet. They're still hand feeding. Look, Limey, it's a bird. I got a bird for you. Bird in the hand.
Oh gosh, that's
worth 2 in the bush.
Is it? Oh man, that's awesome. I love it. So, Alan, what's up next for the shop? What's in the plans?
Just that saltwater section I was telling you about. We're going to put in. We did all freshwater to begin with, and we really specialize in freshwater. but I got peer pressured into a little bit of salt water. So we're gonna do a coral, a Red Sea Reefer Peninsula 210-gallon coral tank, which is coral for sale. And then I'm building 2 little systems, one for inverts like the cleaner shrimp and coral shrimp and crabs and anemones and all that kind of stuff. And I'm doing another system for only tank raised fish.
Oh, that's
I'm
cool.
not gonna do any wild caught fish. I'm gonna try something different. Got 3 or 4 suppliers that are breeding all these different kind of fish in captivity, even like yellow tangs and coral beauty angels and like little angels and gobies. So they're tank raising all these things. I'm gonna give that a shot and see what happens. And I won't be able to get the variety of saltwater fish, but I know the ones I'm selling are not gonna like pollute people's tanks and kill their fish.
Yes.
So,
yeah, 100%.
And it's definitely saving the reefs to try and the Colody took off. He was just sitting there.
Was that a loose Colodies?
I'm like, whoa.
I heard the scurry.
He was just sitting there, and all of a sudden he was like, oh shit, I'm out of here.
He's like, I'm out.
Now's my chance.
He goes, he's talking about fish. Make a break for it.
Oh man, that's awesome.
So I'm surprised you didn't make a break for the bird.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great that they're raising these fish in captivity. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Limey, do you have a pair of those? Do I have a pair of what? Cockatiels? Had to mention cock. Of course.
No.
Oh, Limey. We love you.
I think he's talking about the Colodies.
Oh, for the pair of the Colodies?
Huh?
I'm guessing.
I'm guessing
he's talking about a pair of the Colodies.
Yeah, these Colodies are $2,500 a pair.
Oh, that's fine. Dude, you know how many ball pythons Limey sells every day?
I know.
None. So look, I sent Limey a couple of pictures of some clutches of ball pythons that hatched out here that I thought were kind of cool, and he's like, meh. I sent him a picture of some Mex or some normal corn snakes, and he's like, congrats. And I'm like, what? Oh man, I love it. Well, listen, we've just passed our hour mark, a little past our hour mark, so we're gonna wrap things up. But before we do, we've kept one thing the same after all these episodes, Alan. We asked our guests one final question. So that question is, in the world of reptiles, whether it's something in your collection, something at the shop, or something you've seen online, what in the world of reptiles has you excited about reptiles right now?
What has me excited about reptiles right now? I think the manor rats that I hope they're going to hatch.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's the thing I'm most excited about reptiles right now, because you saw the picture, but that picture really doesn't even do that snake justice. That is the brightest yellow coloration I've ever seen on any. That snake is completely awesome. It's like,
hell yeah, dude.
Really, really happy about that, to get some eggs from that. So hoping they hatch. Yeah. Crossing my fingers.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. The waiting game has begun. But hell yeah, dude. If people want to come check out the shop or follow you on social media, where can they go?
Sure. It's we're in Central Jersey, Howell, New Jersey. It's 3700 US Route 9 in Howell, New Jersey. It's Major League Exotic Pets. You can find us on Morph Market. You can find our website at majorleagueexotics.com. You can find us on all the social media. If you just search Major League Exotic Pets. And you can find us at any reptile show in the Northeast or the National Reptile Breeders Expo in Daytona.
Hey.
Bam. There it is, dude. Man, thanks for coming to hang out with us and geek out about reptiles, man. It's always great talking to you, dude.
It's always great talking to you guys. I've known you guys since you were like wee little lads.
It's true.
It's been a while.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Love it. Cool, man.
I was going to say Limey since he had hair, but he never had any hair.
Yeah.
No. Not
amazing. Yeah, true. Cool.
All right, well,
Hell
thanks,
yeah,
thanks
dude.
for the hang, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, love you, man.
Absolutely,
Be
man.
good.
Thank you. Talk to you soon. I'll see you at Daytona. We'll see you at Daytona.
We'll see you at Daytona.
Sweet. Sounds good.
Hell yeah.
We'll get some dinner or something.
Yes,
Hell
I'm actually
yeah.
staying at the hotel, so
Jello shots.
party.
Hell yeah. I'll take Rob's Jello shots. It'll be fine.
Perfect.
Let's give him the mark.
Perfect.
Somebody's getting naked.
Maybe everybody's getting naked, Rob. How do you-
Maybe everybody's getting naked.
We should bring Ryan Limey and get him naked.
Oh,
Done.
oh, man.
Done deal.
Amazing. All right. We'll talk to you
All right.
later, man.
All right, guys.